carry a latke by the edge of it. It's very difficult to carry a latke, and that goes along with the holiday that celebrates the zealotry of a religious war. Whereas, yes, some of us may prefer the drunken debauchery of Purim, but we always have a stable cookie to back us up.
And I also add that the only latke that one can carry is one that has been fried to such a crisp that it also endangers your teeth.
In that case, I have to add that the only Hamentashen one ever sees have been in existence so long that they shatter your teeth.
Professor Grafton, how many departments do you remember of?
I'm a member of the history department, a fellow traveler in the program of history of science, and a tolerated Eliatic stranger in the Department of Narrative Literature and the Department of Classics.
So one.
No. You don't count for, you're not a quantitative major, are you?
Yes. I have a question for latkes. So a lot of your argument had to do with going back to the founding fathers' way of thinking. So what do you have to say about the shape of the Hamentashen, which so clearly resembles a tri-corner hat?
It's actually a historical falsehood that tri-corner hats were part of our founding in any way. That's a lie. So I would say that's a big thing. George Washington's favorite food was latkes. He took a course on this fall semester. It's called, what was it called, Catherine? Presidential speeches, life stories, and latkes. So
Yes, over here.
Yeah. My name is Jacob. Thank you for taking my question. It's my dad, you guys here. What is your guys' opinion on the last lawsuit?
I can answer that. It's irrelevant to the debate.
Vote for Ricky.
I just want to know if any linguists have studied the fact that the latke is a short word and Hamentashen is a long word. My name is Menachem, so I suffer from the and I'm wondering if at any point it was originally Hamentashen, and as a result of assimilation over the past few days, if that has any impact on the name, if you can answer. And yes, thank you.
I really think I answer too. Oh yeah, it's actually really interesting that linguists, study language. They have spent the past few decades looking at the latke and the Hamentashen, just the words, and they've actually decided that latkes are just better as a word. They usually don't make judgments like that, but they found it appropriate.
First I want to say I apologize for the typo in my slide from class. And in fact, you actually found not only the hidden script, but also identified a typo. It really should have said 30 to 200 deaths per latke, as opposed to 5 to 100 deaths per Hamentashen. So you really caught me on that one. I'll fix that slide for future classes. With regard to the Hamentashen, what I think is fascinating is it's a study in diversity and an appreciation of diversity. There's so many different spellings. So many different ways to
Like Hanukkah.
and I think it's really, for a country that embellishes and cares about diversity, I think the Hamentashen clearly is the good choice.
No, one has only to look at the multiplicity of forms in which latkes appear to see that it is the latke which expresses that unity which all Americans have, whatever their color, whatever their shape, whatever their age. You can call anything a latke.
I would like to disagree there. I think the Hamentashen is a perfect example of the melting pot that is America. All the same on the outside, an American, one person's, one people's, but all different kinds of fillings. How great is that? It's a beautiful thing. And I'd also like to comment before on the Hamentashen is a longer word. In general, longer words, foods have more complex flavors, more complex cooking behind them, which makes them a delicacy. Spam is not frequented on Top Chef. They make many a ceviche. Point.
I don't answer that with Microsoft Word does not recognize the word Hamentashen as a word. But it does for a lot.
Okay, we have time for one more question.
I have a question. When it is so clear that both of these foods represent oppression, why is falafel not an option? So if you'll bear with us, we have some words.
Oh, wow.
We were supposed to be joined by the very esteemed and the honorable Daniel Kurtzer, but as we know, events in the Middle East, and particularly in Egypt, have called him away on this evening because they realized that while the Egyptians have had protests and have had disunity in this past year, they need falafel. Because really, when we think about it, falafel is a food of peace. You know who loves falafel? All of these guys. And what do? All of these guys. Even Madonna is willing to come together in a world where everybody can fit inside the proverbial bouquet.
Of life.
Of life, of life, of life.
You hold this, of course. It's been mentioned by each side, but I think it's time to put two and two together. The latke. It's a food of revolt, of bloodshed, of sectarian warfare. Is that what we want? You want to put that in your body? Let's look at the Hamentashen. Vengeance, genocide. Oh, we're happy to kill these people?
Yeah.
No, we're happy. No, we're in an era of peace, unbridled massacre. Do you know what happened at the end of that story?
Victory over Iran.
That story was killing and more killing and more killing and then more killing. We're in a new era now, an era of peace. The many toppings that go on the falafel, and I don't think we can even count applesauce and sour cream as toppings, or I don't know. Hamentashen, by the way, no toppings. However, the falafel has many, many toppings. There's salad, which represents a relationship with the land and its produce. There's hummus, hummus, however you want to say it. It's harmonious creaminess. The eggplant, the fried eggplant. Each seed in the eggplant brings new potential for peace. Cabbage, perseverance, during success, we all feel. There's tahina, diplomacy. I don't have to say anything else about that, it's clear. Of course, spicy sauce, which represents the passion for life that you have, that I have, that they all have in the Middle East. Can you find delicious falafel at any of these places? I don't think so. Certainly not at McDonald's. For sure not at Starbucks. Believe me, I have tried at least once a day for the past 3 years. And it's definitely not at Taco Bell, no matter how late you go. But it is in Israel. And you have to taste it to believe it. And you know, if only there were a free way. If only there were a free way to get to Israel. Does anyone in this room know about a free way to get to Israel? If you are between the ages of 18 and 26, oh yes, we are doing this right now. If you are between the ages of 18 and 26, have at least one Jewish parent, and have never been to Israel on a trip with your peers, you can go to Israel for free with the CJL and 39 other Princeton students this summer. We do not know the dates. But you should register and eat falafel. You can eat falafel for 3 meals a day, with really good falafel for 3 meals a day. It is portable and full of protein that will keep you motivated and full of energy for your 2 hikes a day and 100-degree weather. And you're going to have such a great time when you go to Israel this summer. Yeah, no calories, no calories. So thank you for your time. www.freeisraeltrip.org or just send me an email.
Okay, thank you for that presentation. Now we're going to voting. Unfortunately, falafel is not part of the ballot.
Write it in!
Or feel free to write in my
Oh,
okay, so everyone should have a ballot in front of them. Please write your name down to ensure that you will be entered into the raffle, and circle which one you're going to vote for, Latke or Hamentashen. And I will come around with a basket to collect your ballots.
This is the better food or for the better debate?
However you want to vote that.